Hi everyone, good morning. 6 o'clock here on your Monday morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Let's get you ready for this Monday ahead of us by starting off with a look at the forecast with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Take a look at his monitor behind him. Look at the sunrise right now. It's beautiful.
It is great, isn't it? That is definitely one of the nicer sunrises that we have had recently here. And it should be a day that is completely sunny, but also still quite warm. Just like this weekend with our temperatures pretty close to that 90-degree mark. Looks like today will be awfully similar as well. Right now it is 58 degrees. That should be about our low temperature for the day today. And we get nothing but sunshine because the storm system, which is off of the Washington coast, is going to stay out there. In fact, you can see the flow of the atmosphere counterclockwise around that low pressure center. Well, it's pulling in from all dry and warm air from our south, so that is why we should stay mostly sunny today.
And as you wake up and head out the door, we're helping you prepare for your morning commute. We're taking a live look at I-90 in Freo right now, where you can see traffic on the interstate is moving fine. But remember, a lot of construction happening in that area on the off ramps and on the bridges there. So just keep that in mind. Traffic does kind of start to back up a little bit as you enter and exit the freeway there. We'll keep you updated here on Up with KREM if anything changes or slows you down on your morning commute.
Well, as we enter into this new work week, the signs that summer is coming to an end are starting to show.
KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones live for us in Spokane this morning. So Brandon, you're telling us more about public swims that are wrapping up for the season. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Channing. And yes, Spokane County, they offered their last free open swim sessions yesterday on Sunday at both their north side and south side aquatic facilities. And today, starting for the city of Spokane, they're going to start phasing out some of those open swim sessions as well across the city. So this is all happening because, as we know, a lot of college students are back on their campuses or starting a brand new semester. And that's where a bulk of their staff is actually built up. So that's again throwing off a lot of these schedules, and because of that, beginning with the Shado location, today's open swim from 1 to 4 has been closed. That'll ultimately be the trend for the week during the same time periods. Tuesday, AM Cannon's open swim will be impacted. Wednesday is the Liberty location. Thursday at Comstock, and Friday the Witter and Hilliard location will close open swim from 1 to 4. Witter will remain open for postseason lap swim and postseason swim lessons, but you will have to register for that at SpokaneRec.org. The last official day of the regular aquatic season will be Friday, August 23rd. So make sure you go and try to get some of those swim sessions in this week. But for now, reporting live in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
We are learning more about this weekend's shooting at a Grant County fair in Moses Lake.
So according to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, this shooting happened around 9 on Saturday night in the carnival area of the fairgrounds. Investigators say the suspect is a 15-year-old boy from Wenatchee. He reportedly got into a gang-related argument with someone from an opposing gang. The Sheriff's Office says the teen fired a round into his 14-year-old girlfriend's back when he attempted to pull out his gun. That bullet then hit a 16-year-old girl who was standing nearby in the leg. Both victims suffered serious injuries but are expected to recover. This morning, we're told that they are in stable condition. Now, authorities did arrest the teen, and he's been booked into the Chelan County Juvenile Justice Center in Wenatchee.
A lightning strike sparked a fire in Stevens County over the weekend. This quickly prompted level 3 go now evacuations. As of this morning, they have been downgraded to level 2 notices. Washington State DNR officials say fire crews stopped the fire's forward progression. The fire is between Corkscrew Canyon Road and Highway 291 near the community of Ford. At this hour, it has burned an estimated 200 acres. This is not the only fire sparked by lightning in Stevens County. Fire crews had a busy weekend putting out other small fires. The Stevens County Fire District 1 says all were small, around 1/4 acre, but they kept firefighters busy near Deer Lake and Scott Ridge.
This weekend marked 1 year since the Oregon Road and Gray Fire started. Now, the Gray Fire burned more than 10,000 acres and caused a town-wide evacuation. Close to 230 fire crews from all over the state came to help put it out, but not before it burned more than 200 buildings and killed 1 person. Over the weekend, Reimagine Medical Lake hosted a free event at Waterfront Park to not only honor the past, but to welcome in the future.
whenever there's a need, hearts just open and people just pour out of what they have, you know, what's in my hand and what can I give, and very selfless. And when it comes to people's needs, it's always surprising to me how selfless and loving and kind and generous we are. But whenever there's a need, you know, the answer is there.
KREM 2 spoke with Daniel Hall, whose home was one of the more than 200 buildings burned in the Great Fire. He told us the community support has been immeasurable.
I would have done without the help of the community. It makes me want to cry just thinking about it right now, but.
Now, wildfires like the Oregon Road and Great Fires don't just impact the people that live in those areas.
Well, here at KREM 2, we bring you more to every story. So this morning, we are looking at some of the environmental impacts that come from a major burn scar. The Western Fire Chiefs Association says nature undergoes a process of transformation in the aftermath of a wildfire called ecological succession. In this case, it is a secondary succession since life already existed in those ecosystems before the fire. The WFCA says the first animals to come back to the area are ones able to quickly adapt to new surroundings, such as beetles and ants.
Now, according to the National Weather Service, the land itself is now at a much higher risk for flooding and debris flows for years after the fire. That's because the newly exposed topsoil is not only water repellent, but easily eroded. So that means even a small amount of rain can then trigger fast-moving flows. So while the community works to rebuild, the ecosystems in Medical Lake and Elk are on their own road to recovery. Now, since last year's devastating fires, much has been done to help the communities rebuild, but there's also a lot of work that's left to do. In our next half hour, we'll hear from a Spokane County leader about what is next.
The time now is 6:07. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. One man is in jail this morning after a deadly shooting on Trent Avenue and Argonne Road in Spokane Valley. The Spokane Valley Police Department says the shooting happened yesterday. Investigators say one man died at the scene and the suspect was arrested at his home after he left the scene of the shooting. Deputies are not saying much else. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. New from over the weekend, a man and his dog died after a driver of a pickup truck hit them near Division and Lincoln Road. Spokane police say the driver told police they were swerving out of the way of another car and did not see the victim walking in the road soon enough. Police say impairment did not play a role. We are still waiting to find out if the driver will face any charges. Police have not identified the victim at this hour. In North Idaho, a Coeur d'Alene man was arrested this weekend for pointing a laser at a first responder helicopter. This is file video from another incident. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says deputies with the Kootenai County Regional Air Support Unit were in the helicopter for patrol when someone on the ground pointed the laser at them. The Sheriff's Office says the laser interfered with the vision of the crew on board, causing the pilot to suddenly lose speed and drop in altitude. The crew on board managed to see the 30-year-old suspect. Coeur d'Alene police found and arrested him for 3 counts of felony assault and disorderly conduct. That is a look at your morning rush.
Current time is 6:09 as we take you to the Outdoor Weather Center. Nice cool morning here. Certainly could tell that the temperature dropped a couple more degrees as we cross the 6 o'clock hour, and at 58, that should be our low temperature for the day today. But look at the 40s to the north here. 46 in Deer Park and Sandpoint, also 48 in Pullman. Usually we get our low temperatures just after sunrise, so this should be the coldest point of the day today because it warms up fast from 48 degrees to probably 88 this afternoon for all those areas. So we're going to jump up by a factor of 30 to 40 degrees between now and the high temperatures today.